Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. In this video, I want us to have a look at the list of William Ruto's principal secretaries nominees. Regional tribal composition for nominated principal secretaries. Kalenjin 13, Kikuyu 13, Luya 6, Kamba 4, Somali 8, Luo 2, Pokot 1, Masai 1, Meru 1, Coast 1, Turkana 1. You are seeing clearly that over half of the principal secretaries nominees, over half are from two communities, Kalenjins and the Kikuyus. And we also saw the same thing in the cabinet appointments. So it's clear, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a government favoring two communities, Kalenjins and the Kikuyus. In this video, I want us to have a look at the story behind the story to understand what is happening here. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. From that list, you are seeing clearly that this government is a two-tribe affair, Kalenjins and the Kikuyus. And I've not seen any Kisi there. No Kisi in that government. While we have two communities taking over half of the government, over half of the principal secretaries. What does this mean politically? The first thing, William Ruto and his team were not ready and even mature to be national leaders. William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua ought to have spent some times in the opposition to mature to the stature of national leaders. Rigathi Gachagua was serving his first term as a member of parliament. So naturalist mentality and thinking was still village kind of a mentality. William Ruto, from his utterances and from the way he has been talking, he was not yet mature for the national leadership. So the mere fact that they are actually now the people leading this country is a very unfortunate kind of an affair. And we are seeing the consequences of electing such people as the leaders of a country. You are seeing a government tilting towards only two communities. A confirmation that these leaders were not yet ready, not mature to be national leaders. The second thing here, it beats logic to find other Kenyan communities supporting this kind of a government. And from where I sit, I now fully support the idea that Kenyans must now come out boldly to reject this government and any leader supporting this government. Whether that leader supporting that government is your father or your mother or whichever, reject that kind of a leader supporting this government. Because all Kenyans are paying taxes. And it cannot be that only two communities are benefiting on behalf of other Kenyans. That's very unfair and that's not justice. The third thing I'm seeing here, with such kind of appointments, I'm seeing corruption going to increase in this government. And those are most likely William Ruto's close associates and close associates of William Ruto's close associates. And in the employment of maybe Kenyans now, you are most likely going to find that these individuals occupying those principal secretaries, because these are the ones who hire and fire, they have got very high responsibility in hiring and firing. We are now going to find a majority of those two communities again being considered in these government appointments. And I'm saying that because Rigathi Gachagua, even when he was campaigning, he made it very clear that Kenyans should elect only other leaders, for he will only be negotiating or working with those leaders. In the event there are some police recruitments, Rigathi made it clear he will be giving recruitment letters to these leaders to give to their people. So it's clear that this government is also going to be full of people from those two communities. And this is why I personally believe, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a government that has clearly lost direction. I don't know on how I can sugarcoat that. This is a government that has clearly lost direction. And Kenyans should come out in large numbers to reject this kind of injustice. All Kenyans are paying taxes. And also from that kind of a list, I'm seeing a William Ruto and a William Ruto's government, but as time goes by, they are most likely going to face a rebellion amongst Kenyans. And this is something I'm now seeing clearly. Besides this government favoring only some communities, the government again is not delivering. And even these people they have appointed into that government, these are just their close friends and close associates. And to make matters worse, this government again is not delivering. And you are now seeing again, the government has been expanded. Those are 49 individuals. And I'm made to understand they are around 51 now. Uhuru Kenyatta had 42. So you are seeing William Ruto has expanded the number of principal secretaries. And that only means taxpayers will dig deep into their pockets to sustain this expanded government. That's something Kenyans must be prepared for. And that also is very ironic because the same government has been saying it's broke. And at the same time, it's expanding and increasing its wage bill. A broke government increasing more, or rather, adding more expenses. What's the logic there? It shows William Ruto and his team are clueless. They don't know on how to run a government. They don't know on how to contain the situation Kenyans are currently going through. Because cost of living is going up, Kenyans are hungry, Kenyans are going broke. At the same time, when we expect William Ruto to defend and cushion Kenyans from these harsh economic realities, William Ruto has even made life very difficult, more hard for them, by removing subsidies on fuel and on unga. And as he punishes the hustlers, he rewards his close political allies and cronies. So you are seeing clearly a government that is very insensitive to the plight of the common man, the plight of the hustlers. So in my honest opinion, this is a government that it will only be lucky if they'll finish the 5 years. And I'm saying that because things are spiraling out of control. William Ruto and his team should not think that Kenyans are all that stupid. If this continues, most likely, even in that 5 years, this government might not actually accomplish, or rather it might not even go that 5 year, for that 5 years. William Ruto should and must know that. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. But just as I did indicate when we were starting, if you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humble, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. To any other person who wants to support this forum, I've pinned my number on the comment section. The first comment. Contact me through the number or feel free to channel any kind of contribution to the number. And to our fans watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. That list of principal secretaries clearly shows this is a two community affairs government, Kalenjins and the Kikuyus. Kenyans should and must resist this kind of injustice. Thank you.